Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
This is what we're talking about. People who don't know the logistics of how things work. And it's like what Vic's question is, do they know what public policy entails? No, they don't. I've actually taken a public policy class when I was in South Africa, when I was at the University of Johannesburg. Hence, like I said, my credentials is already right there. We had to write a public policy. And the thing was, you had to have a problem. You have to say who is going to benefit, who's not going to benefit from it. What's the cost benefit analysis? You have to do all of this stuff. This is what public policy is. Minister DeWoo was talking about it with this being an electrician. You got to have the national code. That's public policy.
Mm-hmm.
Power lines. You can't build something by a power line. You can't build homes by a nuclear power plant. There's a certain number of parts per million that something is allowed, and that's public policy. Not we can do it right here. Case in point, Texas. You deregulate everything, you cut them off from the nation's power grid, and then what's ended up happening? People got no heat, they have no running water. People are dying of carbon monoxide because they don't know that, having your car on in the house releases carbon monoxide. But this is what happens when you don't know public policy. But see, once again, this requires skilled individuals. And that's why we be having these conversations. We have these conversations because do you know what it takes to run a nation? Please go watch the video that I did last week, developing the right mindset. What does it entail? You have to know what public policy consists. This is one of the questions that I asked. What is a developed nation? What does this stuff mean? You have to know what it takes to run a government. Because if you don't have the know-how, you're going to be right back to where you are.
And I'll break it down into even more layman's terms in case that went over people's head. What's the difference between a landlord and a tenant? The tenant is only concerned about what's going on in their apartment. That's their realm of responsibility. The landlord, on the other hand, has to be concerned with what's going on in every apartment, what's going on in the hallways and the common areas, what's going on with the sanitation, what's going on with the building codes. His realm of responsibility increases because he's an owner. And this is the reparations problem. Are you looking at reparations from the perspective of a nation? Or are you looking at reparations from this perspective of an individual? Because that's going to determine how you even view reparations. Are you viewing it in a proper perspective?
Ronan brings it up another point. Something that you do in transportation and transportation engineering. What's the super elevation of the road? What material is allowed on this road that doesn't create enough stress where it fractures? This is what we're all thinking. But see, when you're an engineer, when you're an electrician, you have to think this way. Because Minister DeWood can tell you the same thing. If we do something wrong, we can lose our license, we can get sued, and we can go to jail. See,
right.
what these pro-black people talking, if they scam some people out their money, most of these people are not like lawyers and things, so they don't know the rules and regulations, but they can get away with it, okay? We're dealing with certified clients, clienteles, businesses. We're not dealing with people who don't know what they're doing or don't know how the system or law works. We are dealing with people who are professionals. And if we get something wrong and that building collapses or that electric circuit is short and it lights up and it sets it up on fire, we gotta pay the damages. We are possibly gonna get sued and we can go to jail for possible loss of life. This is how serious we treat things. So when people wonder why I take stuff so serious and why I outline everything, is because I want people to know that when they trust me, they can trust me.
Yep. Yep. And don't you want, as an intelligent individual, you should know that you can't build a bridge. You don't know what it takes to make a highway. You don't know. Don't you want professional people that are skilled in this particular trade or whatever industry that we deal with? Don't you want those people involved? Or do you want a black talking head involved? With no skills, no licenses, no nothing. Just a bunch of fucking talking mouth.
You can't compare to the status right here. Legendary worldwide, we can battle right here. Listen, Junior, I'ma tear back your wig. This ain't TV, but I'll show you what a fear factor is. Stop grilling me, and all that fronting is killing me. You leave me no choice but to hurt your feelings, G.
About to slap rappers around and bruise the game. What?